Hello Cloud Pedagogians, welcome back to the lab course. We'll start with a scenario. In this lab, you are a security engineer for your web app team. There are 4 new team members who have joined your team and you want to create new IAM users for them. But 2 of them are from the development team, so they need EC2 full access policy for their developing app. Other 2 are from the testing team. So you can assign them to the Amazon EC2 read-only access policy. Let's try to analyze this scenario and try to create the task accordingly. The first task is we need to create IAM users who have joined newly in the team. The second task is you need to check authentication and authorization for them. Task 3. Create user groups. Task 4. Verify the user groups and their configurations. Let's go ahead and do it. As you can see, we are already in the AWS Management Console page. Now you can go and search IAM in Services bar and select IAM. After IAM dashboard is open, go to left side menu and select users. In the users list page, select add users button. Enter the username as developer1 and provide user access to the AWS Management Console. You can enter the custom password and click on the next button. In the set permissions page, there are 3 options. Since we are attaching the policy directly, select the option attach policies directly. Below, search for policy EC2 full access and select Amazon EC2 full access policy and click next. Review the details of user. If you are fine with the details, go ahead and click create user. Once the user is successfully created, you can view and download the user password and email instructions for signing into the AWS Management Console. To check the users list, I'm gonna click return to users list button. You can see the user name that you have created just a few seconds ago. Now I'm gonna add developer 2 user with the same permissions. So do the same process again and create developer 2 user. Here you can see the 2 developers are already added. Now it's the time to create tester users. Click on add user again. Enter username as tester1 and enter your own custom password and click on next. Here again, select the option attach the policies directly. In the permission policies, search for EC2 read-only access. Click next. And again review the tester's credentials properly and click on create user button. Do the same process to add the tester 2 user in IAM. Now you can see there are list of users, 2 for developers and 2 for testers. Now is the time to check for authentication and authorization. First we'll try to log in with the developer 1 user, and we will try to create an EC2 instance from this account. For the first time, it will ask for the change of password. Now the authentication is successfully done. It's the time for authorization. So go ahead and try to create an EC2 instance from this account. Search an EC2 instance in Services bar. Click on Launch Instance. Enter some name for the instance and let the default values as it is. Click on Launch Instance button. As you can see, EC2 instance is successfully created from this account. Means authentication is also successful. It's the time to check for tester 1 user authentication and authorization process. Go ahead and do that. I'm signing out from the developer 1 user and logging back with tester 1 user. It's again asking for the change of password. Let's go ahead and do it. Do the same process as you have done in developer 1. So go ahead and create EC2 instance. As you can see, the instance launch is failed because you are not authorized to perform this operation since you have EC2 read-only policy for this user account. Congrats, you have created 4 new IAM users for your team and they can go ahead and do the team jobs. But did you ever wonder, is it a good idea to assign the permissions directly to the users? What if there are 10 new developers and maybe 10 new users are gonna join in future? Or one of your testing team users move to the development team? In that case, it's hard to track the changes and do the policy changes accordingly when something happens in the team. So what do we do? That's where the user groups come into picture. For the earlier scenario, we will create the groups called developer team and tester team. For developer team, assign EC2 full access policy, and for tester team, assign Amazon EC2 read-only access. Now add the users accordingly to that particular team. Let's go ahead and add the user groups. First, log in into AWS Management Console page with admin account. In the IAM dashboard, click on Users Groups on the left side menu. In the Users Groups page, click on Create Group button. Enter the group name as Developer Team. In the Add Users to Group section, select the developers which you have already added. In the Attach Permission Policies section, search for EC2 Full Access. Click on the Create Group. Now the developer team user group is created and you can see in the list. Now go ahead and create tester team by changing the policy to EC2 read-only permission. After tester team is created, you can see two groups are there in the list, developer team and tester team. And there are two users in each group. So you have successfully created user groups and added the team members accordingly. Finally, it's the time to check all the configurations of the user groups which we have created in this lab. Open one of the users group here, for example developer 1. I'm trying to see whether the users and the permissions are configured perfectly as we have expected. In the Users tab, you can see the list of users you have added for this group. In the Permissions tab, you can see the permission Amazon EC2 Full Access. If you want to add more permissions, click on Add Permissions button to add the policies. Let's say add one more user to this group. Click on Add Users button in Users section. I'm adding developer 3 as a user and keep the defaults as it was there before. In the Set Permissions page, select Add User to Group option instead of Attach Policies directly. Below in the User Groups, select Developer Team Group. Click on Next. Now the developer 3 is added successfully to the developer team user group. Now go back and check in developer team user group to see developer 3 user. Now go and add more policies to this developer team user group. As we said, in the Permissions tab, click Add Permissions. Click on Attach Policies. Now for this group, I am trying to add Amazon S3 Full Access policy. Click Add Permissions. Right now, developer team group has two policies, EC2 Full Access policy and S3 Full Access policies, which are applied for developer 1, developer 2 and developer 3 users. Let's open Developer 3 user and see whether the new policy is applied or not. If you can see here, Amazon S3 full access is applied for the Developer 3 as well. Congratulations, you have completed the lab successfully. I hope you enjoyed the lab. We will meet again in the next video with a new topic. Until then, see you.